Looking sharp? Check. Silence? Check. Good internet? Check. Mic testing? Check. Google Chrome? Check. Great! Let's get started.
Hi, good morning. Today we are looking at the intermediate trial class for grades 2 and 3. The structure of the class, as always, is very similar. There is what to say and what to do, followed by a warm-up section where you introduce and build a rapport with the students, then a teacher's activity where the concept is taught and activities are done, following which the student practices the activity in screen share mode while the teacher observes and looks out for mistakes, and a wrap-up section to summarize the entire class concept. So with this, we will start the class. Hi, my name is Gauri. What is your name? Hi Ayush, I am your white hat teacher for today. So, do you know what the class is about? Are you wondering what it is about? Yes, and what in computers do you think? Coding. Do you know what coding means? Okay, so we will find out today at the end of 1 hour what coding means. Okay, but more importantly, I want both of us to have a great time for the next 50 minutes. Okay, so let's get started. How about we start with a game? Yes. Okay, I'm going to say a few words and I need you to try and guess what I'm saying. Okay. Salute. Konnichiwa. Ni hao. Hi. Hello. Correct. So those were the words that were said for saying hi or hello as a greeting in different languages. Hola is Spanish. Salute is French. Konnichiwa is Japanese. And ni hao is Chinese. However, you followed hi and hello. And why is that? That is right. You and I both understand a language, English, and so we can talk to each other, which means we can communicate with each other. Is that right? Learning to code allows you to communicate with the computer. Let's play another game, okay? I will tell you what to do and you are supposed to do it. Okay? Make sense? Okay. Raise your right hand. Great. Now can you raise your left hand? Very good. Show me how to clap. Yes. And give me a high five. Now what was this? I gave you instructions and you followed them. I gave you some commands and you followed them. Okay. So commands are nothing but some things that are told, as instructions and you have to execute them. Okay. So have you heard things like teacher or your mother or your parents saying, listen, do this, read this, don't do this. All those are instructions or commands. Okay. These statements that are said by others as a response where you do some actions. Okay. And you were able to follow the commands because I gave them to you in English. So the same thing applies, okay, for a computer, but the computer is not human like you and me, right? It doesn't follow English. And so we have to give it commands in a language that it follows. And that is nothing but coding. Okay. I'm going to now share my screen and show you the coding environment and what we will be doing in class today. Got it? Now to share screen, before that, can you get into full screen? Do you see the full screen button on your under your video panel? Now I'm going to share my screen. Teachers, to share screen, as you know, you have to click on this button, the third button from the left, which says share. I click on it. I click on this entire screen, double click in the center, and you're good. You've started sharing. You know you've started sharing your screen because this is what you see. I'm going to click on the teacher activity and so Ayush, what do you see? You see angry bird. Right. So now let me show you. This is what we have to do. We have to get the angry bird, go and reach the naughty pig. And it seems like very simple, isn't it? And one. Okay. 2 steps forward. Okay. So this area is called the play area. Okay. Your code that you write here in the workspace gets, when I click the run button, gets executed in the play area. Okay. This is the toolbox. From here, I drag and drop my commands here and attach it to the when run. So all commands or block commands are available in the toolbox and I populate them into my workspace. So I write my code in the workspace by dragging and dropping code blocks from the toolbox. Okay. And once I am done, I click the run button. Okay. What does it say? It says drag all the blocks together and click run and watch it go. Let me do that. Drag and click. Do you hear the tuck sound? It says another move forward because move forward 1 block, move forward 2nd block. Now let me run. Isn't it good fun? Yes, and see, you wrote 2 lines of code. Congratulations. Would you like to solve some of them now? Yes. So I come back to my video tab, the one with the red button or my panel, okay? And I stop sharing screen. To stop sharing screen, click on stop on the share button. Okay. Ayush, can you exit full screen? Okay. Now I want you to do the activities and I will go into full screen and observe them. Can you share your screen? To share screen, under the video panel, you will see buttons. You click on the 3rd button from the left. Teachers, whenever the student is sharing screen, ensure you are in full screen mode so that you can observe all the activities done correctly. Yes. Okay. Can you click on the first activity? Which says student activity 1 angry bird. Now this is very similar to the puzzle we solved, right? Can you point out to the play area? Which one? Yes. Now show me the toolbox. What is in the toolbox? Yes, your code blocks always lie in the toolbox and you drag them from the toolbox into the workspace. That is where we write our code. Okay. Okay. How many blocks does it have to move? Can you count and show me? Point out in the play area. 2, 3. So we are done writing our code, isn't it? What will we do next? We always check if our code is working correctly. And for that, click on the run button. Superb. Okay. Let's go back to your panel and see what you have to do next. Okay. Okay. Let's cross the pond. Click on activity 2. Yes. Isn't it looking interesting? Now here, as you see, there are blocks across the pond. Yeah. So there is a block and there is a break. It's like stepping stones that you have to jump over. Where you like jump, 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 jump. Yes, so this looks something like that. Can you let us scroll into the toolbox and see what are the commands we have? You are going to try and solve this on your own. Okay. See, I see some very interesting blocks. You don't know what these are, so I'm going to tell you. So these are direction blocks. Okay. The N point makes you go up, draws a line up. The S makes a line downwards. Okay. If you want to go right, you will do E. And to go left, you will do W. So each of these will move one block in that direction. Now if you scroll down, there is a pink block, okay, which says repeat. So we are going to hold that for now, solve it properly, and we will come back and do this with the repeat. Okay. And now I see a jump W. What do you think that does? Yes, can you read what it says? When you hover over it, it says something. Again, move out and come back. Yes. So what this means is, like W will draw a line to the west, or this will just take the artist one block that side without drawing a line. Got it? Do you think you can now solve the cross the pond? You have to do a dashed line. Dash, jump, dash, jump, dash, jump. Easy? Yes. Okay. Do that and let's just try it. Okay. Why don't you run it and see so that we know how it is working. Cool. Seems to be working. Now you just have to put more commands. Again, W and a jump W. Reset, please. Do a reset. Yeah. And continue solving your code. Okay. So how many dashes and jumps do we have? And another one. Yeah. So you want to now complete this. You've already done a dash as in a W, jump W, again a W and a jump W. You need one more W followed with the jump W. And lastly, you will just draw a line. Is that right? Okay, let us run our code. Wow. Now hold on. Okay. You solved it and you did really well. Okay. However, let's look at that code. What does it say? You completed the puzzle. Hooray, congrats. Okay, so let's try again and re-look at our code. Click on try again. Okay. First do a reset. Yes. Can you look at the code that you have solved, Ayush? What is it? Do you see a pattern? Do you see repeating blocks? Yes. And how many times are they repeating? A W followed by jump W one time, a W followed by a jump W two times, a W followed by a jump W three times, and there is just a W there. Okay, at the end. Okay, let's move. Can you move these blocks? Click on start over. Click there. Start over. Perfect. Now, since what was the repeating pattern? We said we saw a repeating pattern. What was that? Perfect. And it was repeating 4 times, isn't it? Yes. So let's try and do that. Why don't you click the repeat? See, I said there is a repeat block which I'm going to tell you about. Yes. And put it into the workspace and connect it to the WinRun. Tuck. Always know tuck means it has connected and it is working. Okay? Okay. Now, first, what will you put inside it? You have to put inside the repeat block all the command blocks that are repeating. So this you should be able to do. And a jump W. So essentially, what we have done is go W and jump W are repeating commands, and they repeat how many times? Can you count the number of times they are repeating? Fit it inside, attach it. That is right. Okay, can you count the number of times it is repeating? Yes. What do you think you want to do? If you put 3 outside, you'll have to do a W. If you do 4, it will work. It will go out of the scope and do one jump. Okay. Let us see if this works. Isn't that cool? So what did we learn? We learned the repeat block. So repeat block is nothing but a loop. Can you say that after me? Loop. So anytime we want commands to repeat over and over again, we use the repeat block or we use loops. Loops make our programs run faster, and they also make our program shorter so that we make lesser mistakes. Let us come back to our panel. Always look out for red dot. That is our panel. Okay. Third activity is design a photo frame. This is very interesting. So can you click on student activity 3? Now this design the photo frame is an activity in the artist labs, and all labs require you to sign in. Can you sign in using, click on the sign in. Continue with Google. I see that you have an account already. So click in. Yes. At this point, it will prompt you for creating of a login. If you've not already created a login, you will have to create a student login. And you have to put the age as above 15. It is safe to put it as 21. Now, the reason to put it is because all labs are for a higher age. And since we are doing guided practice under my I will be closely monitoring all your activities, and it will be guided practice. It is okay to create a student account with age 21. Okay. Access to all labs are at different ages. The artist lab is available for 15 plus. There are some other labs which are available for a 18 or 19. So it's best safe, put it as 21. Okay. So we get access to all the labs in code.org. Ayush, can you draw a photo frame? Wait, let me help you. Let's start. Tell me how you've seen a photo frame. I'm going to hold up a photo frame for you. Oops. Is this a photo frame?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. So what shape is this? Come on. Yes. So photo frames are either a rectangle or a square or sometimes even a circle. So I have another one. Most of them will be rectangles. Okay. How many sides does the rectangle have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Why don't you draw it on paper and show me? That's okay. This is good. This is excellent. Very nice. And inside it, you will have a picture. Is that right? Can you hold it up? Now look at your own picture, okay? The one that you've drawn. And I'm going to hold up this for you. If I had to draw this using code, this would draw a line up. We just did those commands, you remember? N. And this is west. And this is? And this is east. Correct? Put your pen and paper away and let's get coding. Excellent. So north, west, south and east is all you need to do. Isn't it cool? So you got a problem statement of design a photo frame. And we broke it down to start with. I will start by drawing a rectangle. Yes? Come on. So this is in the artist lab. Now everyone is an artist at heart. Okay? So here we are not, you would have seen a lot of doodle or paint apps where you're drawing. Here we will write code which will draw. Yes, let's get started. So we saw that we needed to draw a rectangle. It has 4 sides. Can you do that? I'm seeing those blocks up there in the toolbox. Why don't you draw? First do an N. Let's do this together. Okay? Okay? Because we want to draw a line up. Then where do we want to draw a line? You did an N. Okay? N. Then this will do. Okay, you want to go N-E. Okay, we start here. N-E. What will this be? S. Perfect. And this will be a W. Excellent. Let's run our code. Let's see this work. Oops. That's a small square. How will we fit anything inside it? So what will we do? Now have 3 or 4 ends. Do you think that makes sense? Okay. A bigger, because we want to put a picture inside it, right? So do a reset. Reset. Okay. First take the repeat now. And attach it to when run. No, to when run. Okay. Now pull out the N. Separate the commands out. They are blocks. Okay. They can just separate out. Drag and drop. Move them to the right. Okay. So we will keep this as 4 and this as 3 or 2. Okay. No, I think you should take N as 3 and E as 4. Okay. It will make a nice rectangle. Okay. Then take another repeat. Attach it to the first repeat. And you will make it 4. How many times will you repeat E? We said we are going to repeat this 4. Yes. This is how our photo frame will look like. This is 3 times N. This is 4 times E. 3 times S and 4 times. Yes. Okay. And do one more. 4. Okay, let's run this and you will see something happen. It has moved to the left. We want to center it. Okay, why don't you do a reset first? Let's make the artist jump a little to the right. So scroll down. There are jump commands. I would think you should move it slightly downwards also, 1 block. See, these are commands. Hold on. Do you see NW, NE? Which will draw lines in that direction as you are seeing. Okay. So scroll down. And you will see jump south. Okay. So pick up jump southeast and put it after the when run. You're understanding? Slightly 1 block down, we are getting it. Okay. And then do 1 jump south also. And let's see whether it centers our photo frame. So Ayush, let's run this code. Better? My guess is I think your photo frame can be slightly more big. So do one more southeast jump and then do one more southeast jump. Yes. Okay, let's try this. But before that, we will do n as 4 and this as 5. Yeah. N and the S, let's do 4. Okay, let's run it and figure out whether it's working fine. You know what? Yes. Yeah, bigger is looking good. Oh, you want the border kind of a thing. I got what you're saying. So, I'll make it simpler. Now, there are some other good commands here. Why don't you do reset? Click on reset. Move up. Use the scroll bar in your toolbox. Okay. And do you see the set pattern? Let's take that and attach it before the repeat. Yes. And now when you click on the drop down, do you see the small arrow at the end of set pattern, that colorful? Yes, click. Let us look at different patterns that you have. The third one, that ornate border that you have. You want a zigzag? I think this looks very ornate. Yeah. This slider that you're seeing next to the run, are you seeing this slider? One tortoise and a deer. Move it more to the deer so the code will run faster. Pull it. Yes, little bit more. Perfect. That's okay. That's okay. Perfect. Now I think this is looking like a photo frame. Cool? Great. Let's put a picture inside it. So there is a command called draw sticker. Okay. Take the draw sticker and pull it. Where? No, after the photo frame, you will draw the sticker. So in the end, put it in the end. First, you will always have a photo frame, right? You will have a photo frame, then you will put a sticker or a photo inside it. Okay. Why don't we run this? Now, you know what? You should move your slider again back to the tortoise. Not exactly, but somewhere midway at least, because this is something you'll need to observe. No, this is too much to the tortoise. It will take a long time. Somewhere midway. Yes, this is good. Let's observe. Okay. You have to watch the direction that the artist is pointing. Okay, later on. See, what it does is, did you understand what it does? It just puts a sticker in the direction it is facing. So now you have to get the artist to first jump like this and jump in the center and then put your sticker. Reset. Okay. Now you see these jump commands, right? So I want you to jump this side, jump W. Okay, so that it is facing, it will turn the other way around. And then one jump north so that it comes in the center. So attach it before the draw sticker. Let's see if that works. Making sense? It is facing here, you get it to turn, and you get it to turn like this, and you put your sticker. Let's see this work. Okay. So what did we learn? We wanted to do 2 jump W's and 1 jump north. Okay, do a reset. Because we needed, see, it was there, but just a little to the side. Ta-da! Lovely. There, your photo frame. Now let's put a nice picture and see what options we have. Do reset. Click on the sticker. Next to the sticker, do you see this small down facing arrow? Perfect. Oh, who should we put? Do you think you look like a pirate? You like that? Oh, lovely. Okay. Run the code. Very nice. Now let's move the artist out. It's blocking our view. So do a few jumps and take the artist out. That you should be able to do on your own. Always do reset. Yeah. And scroll down in the toolbox. Yeah, you can move it out. Anything. You can take it to W's and out, whatever, southwest and out. Anything is fine. Okay, just out of scope of our photo frame. Not like it is a bother, but yet. There. Lovely. And you have done your photo frame. Did you enjoy it? Yes, I am very proud. You did really, really well. Okay, so let's share this with your parents, and they are going to be thrilled that in 40 minutes flat, you have managed to write your own code, design your photo frame. So it's only fair we send this to them, right? Okay, so click on first rename the project. Okay, best practice is always say name the project, give the project a name. Okay, save. You should always give a name that is indicative so that later on when you look at it, you know what that project was about. Okay, now click on the share button. Do you see the send to phone? If you are in the US, you can directly enter your phone number and send it to your parents for very minimal charge. Okay. However, when you're in India, what we do is click on the copy link, click inside. Do you see copy the link? Click, copy it using command.c if you have a, okay, yeah, right click and copy is also fine. Come back to the video panel. And do you see enter your project URL? Put it there, copy it, paste it, paste, perfect, and submit. So what this will do is, after the class, your parents will get a mail saying, hey, look, this is what Ayush made in class today. And they were so pleased. Lovely. So we did 3 activities and you did them really well. Now, Ayush, can you click on the student activity 4? In the student activity 4, you will see all the apps that kids at White Hat have built and those that are published on the Play Store. These are available for download to whoever uses an Android phone. Okay. You too can have your own app soon after you enroll, and we will create an app which can be published on the Play Store. Cool. Did you see all these are made by kids who are your age and younger? So I'm very sure you will also have your own app, and that's such a proud moment. Teachers at this point exit the full screen and award hats for the student doing well. You get 10 marks, Ayush, for great persistence. You did the photo frame on your own, in your own manner, and you solved it very creatively. I didn't have to help you, so you get another 10 points for it. And you were so focused during class. Amazing. I can tell you loved the class. So you get 10 more points. You get all 30 points. Hats off to you. You did really well in class today, doing all the puzzle challenges with great concentration. Okay? How did you feel about the class today? You loved it? Yes? Great. I know. So let's quickly go over what you learned. We learned that coding allows us to communicate with the computer. Okay? Commands are used to tell the computer what to do. And blocks is a way of giving commands. Okay? At this point, teachers, if the parents are not already there, Ask them to join in, introduce yourself, and celebrate the kids' accomplishment in front of the parents. Okay. So Ayush, your parents are here? Yes. Congratulations, you are among the exceptional students who got all 3 out of 3 hats in the trial class. You are really bright, and I hope you join the course where you will create full entrepreneur ready apps which thousands across the world will download. The kind that we just saw. Let me give you a quick summary of what we will learn in the course. Our course follows a project-based learning philosophy where kids apply the concept they learn to build apps throughout the course. Creating apps make their learning practical instead of theoretical. Our course is structured into 3 modules. The Game Developer Certification. In the first 8 classes, the kid will become a certified game developer. Kids will build games using core coding logic concepts like sequence, commands, and loops. This dramatically improves their logic and concentration. App Development Certification. After the second module of 48 class, your kid will be amongst the youngest in the world to be a certified Android and iOS app developer. Kids learn UI, which is user interface, and user experience design to create powerful front-end apps. Every kid builds a professional iOS app and an Android Play Store ready app after this module, at the end of this module. At the end, I will showcase some of the best apps which kids have created in as little as 40 hours of learning to code on the platform. The third module is AI and space technology. Your kid will be among the first in the world to learn advanced data modeling and machine learning, using which they will create space tech simulations. Kids reach the peak of their creative imagination as they apply coding to frontier technologies like space technology and driverless cars. Top kids in the course who do the best classes and projects get a chance to visit Silicon Valley, where they meet top Google scientists and entrepreneurs. During these modules, your kid will also learn contemporary text-based coding like JavaScript. Okay. Can we look at the student activity 5? Can you click on it? Yes, please. This is one of the space tech projects we built in our course. Here you will build a rocket assembly and launch it to the moon. First you assemble the rocket. No, I think, So this is how the recent mission, India's mission to moon was. This is a space tech simulation for the same. Okay. Now click on student activity 6. This is one of the apps created by a 6-year-old student, Hiranya Rajani. Hiranya's brother was differently abled. Within 40 hours of learning to code with White Hat, Hiranya made a sign language app for deaf people which translate text written in the app into sign language. All handicapped kids in our community are now using the app. Let's take a look. Yes, come back to your panel, please. Similar to Hiranya, another 6.5-year-old Brinda created an ambulance biz app which sends information to traffic control room to clear out traffic on the ambulance route, thus creating an open corridor for ambulance. Both these apps have been featured widely in the international media. Isn't it amazing that 6-year-olds are creating apps like this within just 40 hours of coding? During the course, your kid will also be creating full entrepreneur-ready, industry-grade apps like Hiranya and Brinda, and get a chance to visit Silicon Valley and meet top Google scientists and entrepreneurs. Now you can stop sharing your screen. Click on in the video panel, you'll see a stop button. To provide you more details about the course as well as answer any questions that you may have, our academic counselor will get in touch with you. My schedule is almost full, but I would love to have your kid as my student since your kid is exceptionally bright and has true potential. Ayush was phenomenal in class today. Congratulations again. Hope you had fun and thank you for your time. Kindly stay on the panel and do not close this page when I end the class. Our entire curriculum along with the details will be displayed on the panel. At this point, teachers, you will click this button, class completed. It may so happen that some students may do some activities ahead of time. So if the class looks like wrapping up in half an hour, there is an additional activity section with 2 or 3 more activities that you can work on. Okay. Let me end the class. Thank you, Ayush.